Check, check. Yo, yo. CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Oh, let me give you the pronunciations real quick. So there's actually an addition to the Granite Bay lineup.
Okay.
They've added #1 Brandon Freitas, and he's a sophomore.
How do you spell his last name? F-R-E-I-T-A-S.
Okay. So for Granite Bay, it goes, let's see, Brandon Freitas, Dalton France, Akash Apadya, Jordan Long, Apadya, I think. Jordan Long, Vaughn Peterson, Alec Nackey, Zach Wilson, Jake Neptune, Travis Vincenzini, Dennis Matthew, Jacob Ball, Jared Oliveira, Carson Odegaard, Greg Smith, Brian Barry, Matt Austin, and Austin Downs. For Rockland, Austin Von Alstein, Ryan Cernick, Taylor Headblood, Nico Duvacott, Amara Okunbaya, Nick Dollar, Matt Benamillis, Scott Brass, Darren Benamillis, Trevor Burmester, Matt Logray, JT Janowski, Jesse Smith, Kyle Laurie, and Zach Dollar.
Ready.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like, I'll say it's like $30 for the DVD. Oh, you can buy it from our website. Yeah, hold on. All right, no problem. No problem. Did I leave my phone over there on that side? Oh, no, I got it. Never mind. So I got quite a few things to read about the teams and all that.
Okay,
so.
Yeah, whenever you want to go. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. I don't have that much, but I have at least, we could go on like, because they did introductions and then they went straight to the anthem, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I don't know the starters, so.
Well, they announced this. I'm sure like they'll do like last time.
Yeah.
If you want to get the announcers after.
But yeah, I mean, we could go on after the anthem. That's fine.
Okay.
I could do all my stuff in between, in between games and all that.
Didn't Rockland win last year too, or weren't they in the final?
Yeah, Granite Bay got knocked out in the first round to Oak Ridge, or by Oak Ridge. And Rockland won, but Granite Bay have won all the other championships so far.
Oh, really?
So they're going for their third, I think.
Did Rockland beat Jesuit?
Rockland beat Jesuit 3 games to 2.
Yeah.
Granite Bay won in 2010, and then against Nevada Union in 2009.
So is boys volleyball big in the Bay Area? Or is it like here? There's not a lot of teams that have a boys volleyball team.
I think it's big down. It's not as big as it is down south, though.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. You can already see just from like the warm-ups the difference in the quality of the players.
Yeah, yeah. What if they get after each other as much as they do in football? Because in football, they're in the same league, and that entire league is super competitive up here.
Right.
And I mean, there's games whenever there's league games, they're always so packed, and so there's quite a few people here from Rockland. Looks like
it's quite a few here from the state around.
Rockland, yeah,
sure. I got a good turnout.
Yeah.
Shit, the game we did on Tuesday in San Jose, ears were ringing. Like, I was the producer for the game.
Yeah.
It was hella loud in there.
Oh, really? Oh, that's cool.
Like, my ears hurt like when we left because it was so loud.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, it makes good for a good broadcast, but last year it was pretty full at Jesuit. Last year was the first time I ever did boys volleyball.
Oh, so you did that Rockland Jesuit game?
Yeah.
How did it go? It was like a back and forth game? 3 games or 3
yeah, I think they took. I think Rockland took the first 2, and then Jesuit came back and took the next 2. I was shooting video on that one, and I think that's how it went.
Welcome to Monterey High School to the CIF Sac-Joaquin section Les Schwab Tires Boys Volleyball Playoffs presented by Farmers Insurance. The CIF Sac-Joaquin section Les Schwab Tires Boys Volleyball Playoffs presented by Farmers Insurance are conducted under the strictest code of good sportsmanship. The Sac-Joaquin section in CIF welcome all athletes, coaches, and fans. Congratulations to everyone participating today. You are all winners. And now we would like to introduce the teams for the Division I championship match of the CIF Sac-Joaquin section Les Schwab Tires Boys Volleyball Playoffs presented by Farmers Insurance. The visiting team, the Rockland Thunder. They are the number 2 seed from the Sierra Foothill League with an overall record of 23-5.
23-5 for Rockland.
There we go. Okay.
Number 1, Austin Van Alstein.
Alstein.
Number 3, Taylor Hedball. Number 4, Nico Duvekot.
Duvekot.
Number 5, Amara Otgambayar. Number 7, Matt Benny Meles.
Otgambayar. Get used to saying his name a lot because he's a libero.
There's no 6, no 8? Well,
I don't know. They're both listed.
There's the number 6.
Unless they're just saying the starters.
Those are going to be the starters, probably.
Number 14, Jesse Smith. And number 17, Zach Dalla.
So it's 1, 3, 4, 5, 11, 14, 17.
Starting lineup. Number 2,
Or maybe not.
Cernick. Number 6, Nick Dalla. Number 8, Scott Prest. now the home team, the Granite Bay Grizzlies. They are the #1 seed from the Sierra Foothill League with an overall record of 28-7. #1, Brandon Freitas. #2, Dalton France. #5, Travis Vincent Senni.
You say he was #5?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
#7, Akash Upadhyay.
Upadhyay. Not Upadhyay.
#10, Jordan Long. #11, Vaughn Peterson. #15, John Hayes.
Wow, they got a few guys on here.
#19, Jacob Ball.
15 is John Hayes, not listed.
Dennis Matthew. #20, Jared Oliveira.
22 is 20.
#35, Greg Smith. #77, Austin Downs. And now the starting lineup. #3, Carson Odegaard.
#3.
Carson Odegaard.
Yeah. Wow. They're all over the place here.
Yeah.
Alec Naki.
I don't have a #8.
So Naki's #8.
Yeah.
#14, Zach Wilson. #21, Jake Neptune.
Wow.
Oh, wait, that's different. Jake Neptune?
It's 21.
#40, Brian Berry. And #66, Matt Austin. The Grizzlies are led by head coach Bruce Honberger, assistant coaches Steve Neptune and Brian Ball. And now, please rise for the playing of our
So I'll go on after this?
Yeah.
All right, you're all set?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our coverage on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv of the 2012 CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Boys Volleyball Championship. It is the Division I game between the #1 seed Granite Bay Grizzlies against the #2 seed Rockland Thunder. An epic encounter on tap here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, between two teams that know each other very well indeed. This is the 5th time now this season these two teams have played each other, with Rockland winning the most recent encounter back on the 2nd of May, winning that match 3-1. But this is, of course, the first time they met in the playoffs. Granite Bay, of course, have won this title twice. Rockland winning last year over Jesuits. So Rockland, of course, the defending champions. So it should be a fascinating matchup here tonight. Rockland in the white shirts with the blue shorts. Granite Bay in the green tops with the gray shorts. Granite Bay going from left to right. They will serve first. Let's go over quickly the starting lineups for the two teams. For Granite Bay, number 8, Alec Nackey. Number 14, Zach Wilson. Number 3, Carson Odegaard. Number 40, Brian Barry. Number 66, Matt Austin. And number 21, Jake Neptune. For Rockland, number 2, Ryan Cernick. Number 6, Nick Dollar. Number 8, Scott Brass. Number 10, Trevor Burmester. Number 13, JT Janowski. And number 16, Kyle Laurier. Team's getting ready to start here. We had a chance to chat with Granite Bay head coach Bruce Homburger before the game, and he really thought that whichever team would play well or play best tonight would run out the victors. Stephen Davies here with Joey Gonzalez and Tim King. We are underway here in this boys Division I title game. Back over to the Granite Bay side. First point will go in favor of Granite Bay. That was number 21. Jake Neptune getting the first point of the game. You can tell already he's fired up. He'll serve from the far side of the court. So here's Neptune, jump serve, sends it over the net. Bumped over on the first hit by Rockland, back over to the Granite Bay side. Great defense in front there by Scott Brass. Back to the Granite Bay side. Free ball coming up for Rockland, but a mistake there in front of the net by Granite Bay. They would play it down. That looks like number 66, the captain, Matt Austin. He's a little slow to get up off the deck. May have slipped and lost his footing there. It's touching the surface. Yeah, he's definitely shaken up there. Point to Rockland in the meantime as they come out to check on the senior captain there, the opposite hitter at 6'5", 190. He took a big spill there, and it looks like he hit his head on the ground there, Joey.
Yeah, I know, and we were talking about this there earlier in the first game, and the first match between Vista del Lago and between Vista del Lago and Whitney High School, but these are head injuries. If he took a spill, head injuries or injuries that really need to be paid attention to. So
not sure if he hit his head or had the wind knocked out of him there. In the meantime, it's 1-1 here in the early going, and there's a put away by Brian Barry, spiking that one home to give Granite Bay a 2-1 lead. So Austin will take a moment here, and he seems to be okay. But of course, as you mentioned, they definitely want to make sure that he's okay before he goes back on the court. He was replaced by number 77, Austin Downs. 2-1 here, Granite Bay in the early go, and Rockland's have it. Sent over first time by Granite Bay on the defensive effort. Now they'll send it cross court for number 10, Trevor Burmester, who hits it off. The outstretched hands there of Jake Neptune to tie this game up at 2 here in game 1. So Rockland to serve. Here's Nick Dollar from the center of the court. Jump serve, sends it over short. Dealt with by Granite Bay, and that's going to be just long by Brian Barry as he was trying to pick out the back corner of the court, about a foot or so out of that court on the far side. And it'll be Rockland ball here as they lead 3-2. Breast to serve, or Dollar to serve, excuse me, another short serve. Sent back over first time by Granite Bay. Now they have it near side, and that's sent way long by number 8, Alec Nackey. 4-2 now, Rockland lead here in the early going.
Good, impressive start here by Rockland early.
Super high tempo start to this game. Back underway, Dollar serves, dealt with by Granite Bay. They set it up for Nackey, who sends it over. Now to the Granite Bay side, a lot of extra power on that one there from Trevor Burmester. He sends that one wide. Granite Bay with a point. It's 4-3 Rockland.
Great rivalry here between these two Sierra Foothill League teams. We were talking to you earlier here, Stephen, of how these teams are very familiar with each other. You've got a number of schools, 6 schools within about a 10 to 15 mile radius.
Yeah, and as we said, they've played each other. This will be the 5th time this season, so they know each other well. Granite Bay, great dig out there by the libero for Rockland. Amara Ottingham-Bio did well, but couldn't keep it in bounds. It's 4-4 now, and we're all tied up here in this first game. But yeah, these teams know each other well, not only in volleyball, but of course, all the sports compete in this CIF Sac-Joaquin section. Now they've instructed the Granite Bay players are all on their feet there. They don't really have enough seats there on the bench. They all opted to stand, and now they've been instructed for most of them to sit down. So anyway, back underway here. Rockland, the first big kill of the game, and that's Scott Brass rising high to spike that one home. Rockland now a 5-4 lead here in the early going as the Optimus All-Star, number 8 Scott Brass, the 6'2" middle blocker spikes that one home with authority. It's a 5-4 lead for the Thunder here in game one. Granite Bay having their side, send it far side for Matt Austin. And he finds the target, all tied up at 5. And while Austin wasn't on the bench for long after that early spill, so he'll take a seat as he's replaced there by number 3, Carson Odegaard. So here's a left-handed serve.
Powerful serve.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, great dig out there. Sensational work by Granite Bay here to keep this point alive. They have it, and they send it into the net. That's Alex Nackey putting it into the net there.
Yeah, Nackey just did not have the lift. Unable to get up over that ball, and so unfortunately sending it smack into the net.
Jacob Ball is number 19. He was the player to serve on that previous point. And a number of the jerseys switched around for Granite Bay here, and we'll get to those in just a little bit. In the meantime, 6-5 here, Rockland lead. Nice dump over there by Neptune over to the Rockland side, and that's sent way long by Nick Dollar, who rose high for that one, but just a little extra mustard, tying the game up at 6. Jacob Ball has that left-hand delivery, almost like a ping-pong style serve. He has a little bit of a different spin on it than you see usually from most servers in the game. Now Rockland can't deal with it in front as number 14, Zach Wilson, sends that one into the net, giving Rockland a 7-6 lead here in game one. High tempo encounter here in this first game. Kyle Lauria to serve for the Thunder. Now over the near side. Oh, great block there. How about that from JT Janowski, rising high to turn that one away. Rockland fans are fired up here as they have a 2-point lead here in this first game of the evening.
Just perfect timing there on that block, and that's all blocking is. That's what gets you great net play.
Janowski indeed rising high to the challenge there. Sent over in 3 by Granite Bay. Great dig out there by Greg Smith to keep the point alive for Granite Bay. Back over the Rockland side. Play it, dive it into the front row. Taking out a fan. You gotta love the effort shown by Nick Dollar, but he crushes a fan sitting in the front row. And wow, those are some dangerous seats down there. The best view of the action, no doubt, but definitely not the place to be if you're worried about players crashing into you, as some of the Granite Bay faithful found out there sitting on the front row of the court. But
fans here are packed close to the action, so really get up close and personal here with the players.
Yeah, you get your money's worth here at the Monterey Trail High School gym. 8-7, though, the lead for Rockland in the meantime, thanks to that point by Granite Bay. There's a good block up in front there by Carson Odegaard. Back over the Granite Bay side. Odegaard tried to finish the play, can't do it. Kept in by Dollar, sent back across now to the Granite Bay side. Set up for number 40 there, Brian Barry. That's long from Rockland as Zach Dollar takes the blame on that point as he sends that one out of bounds. We're all tied up at 8. So back underway now. It's Granite Bay serve. Libero Travis Vincenzi to serve for Granite Bay. Oh, good combination play there by Jake Neptune, setting up Brian Barry to spike that one home. Granite Bay have the lead, 9-8, and the game's very much back and forth here at the moment. So here's Vincenzi, the 5'8 senior. Bounce the ball a couple times and serve from the near side of the court. And he'll send that low and into the net. Had a feeling when he left his hand that was going to be trouble. Serve error there for Granite Bay, and we're tied up at 9 here in game one.
Yeah, you get the sense that he likes to keep his serves low. Just get him right over the net, kind of keep Rockland on their toes.
Great serve by Cernik there. Block turned away by number 13, JT Janowski. That'll tie the game up at 9 as the teams struggle here in the early going to create some separation. Trading punches here in this early going. It's 10-9 Granite Bay as that ball came off Janowski's hands out of bounds. Good serve there. Oh, tremendous serve, in fact, by Neptune as that came off the hands of Nick Dollar. Another, almost a half-hearted effort. Wasn't sure if that was going out of bounds. Decided at the last moment to try and keep it in play.
Yeah, caught himself in that bit of indecision there.
11-9 now, Granite Bay the lead. Neptune to serve. Set by Janowski. Blocked at the net by Barry. Back over to the Rockland side. Dollar second effort. Comes off the hands of Austin. That's going to be a joust at the net. And it comes in favor of Rockland. Oh, and Nick Dollar's fired up as he went finger to finger up top there with Brian Barry. Comes off the best in that encounter. So a substitution here as Dollar comes out. He's going to be replaced by Trevor Burmester in the front row. And Janowski to serve from the near side of the court. 11-10, Granite Bay the lead here in the first game of this Division I championship. Here's a set by Neptune and sent across with authority. How about that play? Wow, Carson Odegaard crushes that one. That gets the Granite Bay section fired up. 12-10. Here's Odegaard to serve. That's going to be too far, just out of the court. Powerful serve with a little top spin there, trying to find the back line. Can't do so. Service error there by Granite Bay. And now back over to the Rockland side. Short serve by Dollar. Set by Neptune. Slammed home by Alec Nackey. Well, a little bit too much open space in the center of the court there for the senior outside hitter, and he makes the Thunder pay.
I'm sorry. Let's see this activity here from Granite Bay. I mean, a lot of activity, and there's some power you can see in those kills.
Jared Oliveira to play to serve for Granite Bay. Rockland over in 3. Back to Granite Bay side, and slamming that one home is Zach Wilson. The junior middle blocker, excuse me, really powers that one home. Back to back Granite Bay points, and they have their biggest lead of the game so far here in game 1. It's 14-11 Granite Bay.
Folks, you can watch highlights or a replay of today's game in our on-demand section, and you can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right now on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. Click on Buy a DVD, and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime, brought to you by CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv.
Granite Bay defeating a tough Nevada Union team 3-2 on Tuesday night. That game was 25-23, 25-17, 22-25, 19-25, and 15-6. As I mentioned, the Grizzlies were up 2-0, but the Miners really came back strong, supported by a loud crowd in that Granite Bay gymnasium. But according to Coach Bruce Homburger, with 9 seniors on his team, said, quote, they didn't panic in game 5, they just bought it, they got back to the way they play. And they're doing that here in this first game tonight against the Rockland Thunder team, up 14-11 here in game 1. Served by Neptune over to the Rockland side. Oh, great block up in front there. What combination play by Zach Wilson and Matt Austin there to reject the effort of Kyle Loria. So Granite Bay now continue to extend their lead, up by 4.
Love seeing the reaction from these players whenever I get a good play going. Really fired up are these Granite Bay Grizzlies.
Both teams really juiced. You could just tell in the way they warmed up. Here's Alec Nackey again. Second kill of the match so far, but you could tell in the warm-ups just how hard they were hitting the ball. They've just really come up to play tonight. 15-12 now, the lead. A 3-point lead, I should say, for Granite Bay here in game 1. Here's Jacob Ball to serve that. Tricky left-hand serve of his. Back across, right side, Nackey off the hand of Janowski, despite the best effort there of Dollar to try and keep that point alive. Granite Bay get the point. 16-12 now lead here in game 1. So here's Ball, as mentioned. With this left-hand jump serve. Oh, you can see the spin on it comes over. Really hard to deal with, but Rockland do it with some style. Ryan Cernick rising high off a tremendous set of Burmester to close the gap to 3.
You know, I just got to tell you, I love the energy in this gym right here, not only from both teams, but from the crowd. Love to hear the excitement in here. That's good atmosphere here, Steven.
Oh, it really is. Crowd is filled in nicely after that Division II game, so we really have more or less a packed house here at the Monterey Trail High School Gymnasium. Point goes in favor of Rockland there. Some sort of net violation there against Granite Bay. So that will give Rockland serve here, down just 2 now. And here's Burmester to serve. Dealt with by Greg Smith. Back across in 3. That'll come over in 1. And a chance wide. And that's really the first real spike in error we've seen tonight from Granite Bay. Zach Wilson, after the ball came across on 1 attempt, sends that one wide. And that closes the gap to just 1. So here's Burmester's serve. Dealt with well, but out of bounds. by Vincenzini. And now tie the game up now at 16 as Coach Hornberger calls timeout. A timeout each now in a 16-16 tie here in game one between Rockland and Granite Bay.
Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call at 619-677-3246.
No such concern for Rockland as they reach this final thanks to a sweep of Ponderosa back on Tuesday night. A 25-18, 25-22, 25-19 victory. Really, Rockland weren't that trouble during the game. Matt Logray and Kyle Loria really providing a lot of the hitting power there for the Thunder. Ponderosa, though, tried their best, but really Rockland, who rarely trailed during the game, were never really that troubled. And they are back to defend their Division I crown. Now back to the action here, and there's a slip up there by Jake Neptune, trying to set the ball back to the center of the court and really just slipped through his fingers. That gives Rockland a 1-point lead.
Yeah, it was never really under it. He was falling back, and that's why it kind of went through his fingers on that set, went backwards.
Burmester to serve into the net. And that's the first real serving error of the night for Rockland. Side out, or substitution here, I should say, as Zach Dollar comes in to replace Burmester. He'll take a seat. So 17-all now in this first game. Here's Alec Nacky to serve from the center of the court. A lot of top spin on that one as he sends it across. Back to the Rockland side. Great block in front there by Zach Wilson. Still over to the Rockland side. And a hit twice there. That was number 6, Nick Dollar, the guilty party. And now it'll go back now to the Granite Bay side. So Granite Bay had pulled out a slight advantage in this first game. Here's a spinning serve dealt with by Akambaya. Over to the Rockland side. Free ball coming up now for Granite Bay. Great block in front there by Cernik. Back to the Granite Bay side. Another great block there by Janowski. Oh, and a third one now off Cernik's hands and out of bounds. Third time wasn't the charm there for the front line of Rockland as both Janowski and Cernik combined with a couple of blocks. But Granite Bay get the point and have a 2-point lead now. 19-17 in game one. Here's Nacky to serve. Rockland have it. Cernik, makes up for the mistake on the previous play. And he finds the back corner of the court to slam that one home. Rockland back on serve now with Kyle Loria. One of 4 all-star players on this Rockland team. He'll send it over, dealt with by Greg Smith. Nice block there by Rockland, and wow, a complete breakdown in communication there as Carson Odegaard left staring at the ball as it fell into no man's land between about 4 players.
Yeah, that's a clear sign of miscommunication when no one makes a play for the ball.
Set across there by Neptune looking for Carson Odegaard, and I think that was a double hit there against Neptune. So in a topsy-turvy first game, pendulum currently in favor of the Thunder. 20-19 the score. Here's Granite Bay. They'll send that one long. And they just about got out of the way of that one in time.
It was coming hard. It was coming fast. But good job there by Rockland to get out of the way. And it was long ball there for Granite Bay.
Yeah, he wisely let that one go. And now the serve by Kyle Loria sails wide. And now give the serve back in favor of Granite Bay here. Travis Vincenzi. The senior to serve from the near side of the court. Barry, Neptune, and Odegaard, the frontline players for Granite Bay here at the moment. Here's the serve by Vincenzi, and it goes through the hands of Dahl. He couldn't make up his mind there what he wanted to do. Thought about setting the ball, but instead sails through his hands. And now we're tied up at 21.
Second time we've seen that there from Dalla, so you know that he's going to need to correct that as the game progresses or the match progresses.
Second serve in a row coming up here for Travis Vincenzi. A lot of spin on that serve. Low serve over the net, dealt with by Dalla. Back across to the Granite Bay side. To send it up far side for Odegaard. And a lift there against Rockland. And a timeout called by Coach John Kirk. 22-21, Granite Bay lead in this first game. Very little to choose between these two teams.
Want to have your game broadcast live on the internet and be able to watch it again and again on demand while making money for your sports program? Want to give your students the opportunity to create their own broadcast for your school's athletic events? Then contact us at info@kbcsports.com. We offer season packages for schools, a full curriculum for your students, and an opportunity to raise up to $10,000 for your sports program. Again, that's info@kbcsports.com, or call us at 619-677-3246.
You mentioned these teams played, or have played, this will be the 5th time they played this season. The only report I could find was on the game played on the 13th of April, as Granite Bay were just too much for Rockland, as they swept the Thunder out of the gymnasium, winning 25-14, 25-21, 25-23. And that had been the Grizzlies' 14th consecutive victory, dating back to the 10th of March. Zach Wilson with 10 kills, Naki with 7, Austin and Barry with 6 each, and Carson Odegaard 4. So, as we did say, Rockland won on the 2nd of May, a 3-1 victory there. Now, that's sent long by Rockland, or by Granite Bay, excuse me, and that'll tie the game up at 22. So, nervous moments now for both teams here as we get to the end of this first game. Here's Cernick to serve, center of the court, jump serve, low sent over and dealt with by Granite Bay. Sent over in 3, and, well, Brian Barry tried to get away with one there.
Yeah.
Little delicate dump off there.
Yeah, as you were saying there, Steven, just kind of sending it over the top of the net there.
Point given to Granite Bay. Some kind of violation there against Rockland. So they'll continue to serve. Neptune off the net. Over to the Rockland side. Dalla can't find its spot. Set by Austin. Across for Carson Odegaard. And now Granite Bay just a point away from taking this opening game. And the serving duties will rest on the shoulders of the captain, the senior, Jake Neptune, from the far side of the court. So here's Neptune to serve. Sends it across. Oh, great block in front there by Barry. Back to the Rockland side. Dollar, oh, what a dig out there by Vincent Senzi to keep that play alive. Rockland have it. Dump over by Rockland, over to Odegaard. Dealt with by Ockenbayer, and then finding the targets, Janowski, to keep Rockland in this game. Substitution coming up here as Zach Dollar comes out. Trevor Burmester replaces him, and it'll be JT Janowski to serve. Tied up here at 24. 2-point margin of victory required. And JT Janowski, the Sierra Foothill League tri-MVP, to serve. Sends it over. Set by Neptune. Cross to the Rockland side to keep it alive. Free ball coming up. Dealt with by Neptune. Over by Austin. Dug out there. Set by Burmester. Dollar has to go back a long way. Does well. Cross to the Granite Bay side. Austin. Great dig out by Loria. Set up for Dollar. Saved by Vincent Senzi. Over and 1. To the Rockland side. Here's Janowski. Over to Burmester. Great dig. Oh, tremendous stuff by Vincent Senzi. But Rockland get the point. It's the judge that hit the ground just before Vincent Senzi could dive to the ground to get to it.
A great rally there for Rockland. And tying this game up.
Tied up at 24 here. Sent across. Granite Bay have it. Set by Vincent Senzi. Austin, oh, with authority. Gets the point for Granite Bay. And now they have their second game point coming up. Carson Odegaard to serve from the far side of the court. Granite Bay a 25-24 lead. Extra second here for Odegaard to compose himself. Spinning serve. Over and 1 by Rockland. Great dig out there by Dollar. Bumped across. Nicely done by Burmester. There's a finish by Trevor Burmester there, keeping Rockland in the game.
I think Vincent Senzi made a mistake. That ball was headed out there, and Vincenzi left his spot to try to get it back over and left the backside of their floor open.
Oh, and there's a crucial serve and error by Nick Dollar. Left scratching his head after he sends that one into the net. 26-25. The lead now for Granite Bay, and a third game point coming up now. So it's Jared Oliveira to serve. And finishing that one off is Kyle Lauria off the tremendous step by Burmester. Tied up at 26 now as Oliveira comes out. Well, quite the game one we've seen. It should be quite the epic encounter if these two teams can keep this up. It's Amara Okunbaya to serve. Short serve over the Granite Bay side. Set up far side, Austin. Okunbaya does well to deal with that one. And a double hit there by Nick Daly. He can't believe it. Rockland fans not impressed. But Granite Bay now, their fourth game point coming up. Here's Jacob Ball to serve. This is really the guy you want in this role here, this unorthodox left-handed serve. See if he can pull out an ace here and give Granite Bay the first game. Hush falls over the crowd as Borg is ready to serve. Long serve, sends it across, dealt with by Okunbaya. Bumped by Janowski, over to Trevor Burmester, sends it long and out of bounds in Granite Bay. Take game one, 28-26, as the student section get loud. The cheer on the Grizzlies as the team switch ends. Granite Bay lead 1-0 here in this boys Division I final. Not a lot to choose between the two teams in this first game. But really it came down to errors. And Granite Bay just made a couple left, or made a couple less, I should say, than Rockland. And they take a 28-26 lead here, or 28-26 victory, I should say, in game one.
KBCSports.com and the Play On Sports Network showcase great high school games every week. And now you can access our content using multiple platforms. Follow us on Facebook, get the latest KBC and Play On news on Twitter, or catch our highlights in high definition on YouTube. All of our content can now link to your favorite social media site. Share all the high school action you see every week. Brought to you by your home for high school sports, KBCSports.com and Play On Sports.
Thank you, sir. As we mentioned, or I had a chance to mention earlier on in the broadcast, we have quite the selection of talent here for both teams on the court, as no fewer than 8 players will contest the 15th annual Boys Optimist All-Star Game to be played at Capital Christian High, Sacramento tomorrow night, as it happens. So 8 players, 4 from each team, and they are as follows. For the Rockland Thunder, number 8, Scott Bress, number 11, Matt Logray, number 13, JT Janowski, and number 16, Kyle Lauria. It's interesting to note that Matt Lauria, the 6'2" outside hitter, did not participate in that first game. So it'll be interesting to see. And as I say it, he is there on the court wearing number 11. And I look up and he's appeared on the court. He's got the, as I noticed, Rockland have the American flag patches on their uniforms, the white shirts and the blue shorts. So Logray, who didn't participate in that first game, will come out on the court here for game 2. So an interesting strategy choice there by Coach Sean Kirk, maybe sensing that wants to keep a little something extra in the tank here for his Thunder team. And the starters for the players for the Optimist team for Granite Bay: number 21, Jake Neptune; number 5, Travis Vincenzi; number 40, Brian Barry; number 66, Matt Austin. So both teams well represented in the 15th annual All-Star Volleyball game tomorrow night at Capital Christian High School in Sacramento. It's also the 25th annual girls game featuring the CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Player of the Year, Michaela Tucker. So definitely some excellent volleyball talent on display tomorrow night, but also here at Monterey Trail High School as we get ready to start game 2. Granite Bay won game 1, 28-26. Now let's see how this game goes. Great dig out there by Okunbaya. Over to Logray. Now to the Granite Bay side. Barry can't deal with it. Back to the Rockland side of the court. And spiking that one home is Burmester. Nice play. Rockland have the early lead.
Yeah, good job of Burmester to get up on there and get Rockland the early lead, try to get something going. Yes, you know that how this match is going to be great. It's going to be a great match all the way through here, Stephen, considering how that first one went.
JT Janowski sends that serve long. Couple feet out of bounds, so quick turnover here. And Granite Bay have it. It's Jake Neptune to serve from the near side of the court. And that one is just long. Wow. Thought it nicked the line there as it sailed cross court, but official has a good look down there and says it went long. So a service error for Granite Bay, and now it's in the hands of Matt Logray. Sends it across. Bumped out there by Granite Bay, but Rockland get the point. So Rockland serve now, up 3-1 here in the second game. Finishing the point, but coming off the hands there of the, wow, they're giving Rockland the point. And that clearly came off the arm of Scott Brest. Are they going to overrule it? I think they are, they have to.
Yeah, they're going to discuss this here, and it's a good job here by the officials to really discuss this and really get a good understanding of what the proper call is here with the stakes as they are. And there you go. Rockland maintains the call there, maintains a point.
Surprising, because Barry was the player to spike the ball there. It seemed to come off the hands of Scott Brest, but officials said the point stands. And now with a big spike for the point is number 66, Matt Austin.
Well, there was no doubt about that one.
Right.
But you got to like the start here for Rockland.
They lead 4-2 here, but Granite Bay have the serve. It's sent over by Odegaard. Dug out nicely, and a good block in front by Matt Austin, but that's a point in favor of Rockland as Austin can't control the block there. It goes out of bounds. They've been able to get a lot of elevation over there on that near side of the court. Have Neptune and Austin. But it's a 5-2 lead for Rockland here. Set by Neptune. Austin's there. Great block back across by Rockland front row there. That's Cernik getting in there, and a point to Granite Bay. Cernik's block goes out of bounds. So 5-3 lead now for Rockland here in game 2. And Granite Bay to serve. Jared Oliveira, short serve. Back over to the Rockland side, good block there by Granite Bay up front. Trying to find a tight angle. That's an impossibly tight angle there for Kyle Laurie, and unfortunately sends it wide. 5-4 now the advantage for the Thunder here in game 2. So Jared Oliveira serves from the center of the court for Granite Bay. Crossing one from the Rockland side, back crossing one from Granite Bay. And now Cernik, wow, finding the line in the backcourt there as he powers that one home.
Great job there by Cernik to get it down, find that hole in the back of the defense there on the Grizzlies side of their court.
Really did a fantastic job there of not only finding the open spot, but judging the range perfectly. Here's a set by Neptune over to the Rockland side. Oh, a little confusion there, and that's going to be tough for Ogden. He did well, and surely is outside the antenna. It is a point to Granite Bay. A substitution made as Austin comes out. He's replaced by Jacob Ball. So here's Ball to serve. Left-hand server, 5-6. Granite Bay trail. Rockland have it. Free ball coming up here for Granite Bay. Blocked at the first attempt. And back to the Granite Bay side. The free ball now for Rockland. Oh, nice dig out there, but a point goes to JT Janowski. Despite the best efforts there of Jacob Ball to try and keep the point alive, Rockland now reestablish a 2-point lead. Rockland maintains serve. Kyle Laurie. Across to the Granite Bay side. Oh, good block, but just out of bounds. Unlucky there was Logray as he timed to jump perfectly there for the block, but unfortunately can't keep it in bounds.
Yeah, unable to control it, but good job there getting up to it and You got a credit there, Granite Bay.
And now sending that serve into the net was Alec Nackey. Now give the serve back to Rockland here. They lead 8-6. It's Ryan Cernick to serve. Jump serve's way too long. A little bit too much on that one. He'll take a seat. Amara Okunbaya comes in. And Coach Homburger wants a timeout, and he gets it. It's a timeout called by Coach Bruce Homburger here with Rockland leading 8-7 here in Game 2 of the CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Boys Volleyball Final.
Need a highlight video for your athlete working to earn that 4-year scholarship? Then you want to contact kbcsports.com. We can provide recruiting video for any athlete in any sport. Not only that, but we give you your own recruiting page right on our website. No more mailing DVDs to colleges. Instead, email coaches a link to your personal page. For more information, including pricing, contact us at kbcsports.com or call us at 619-677-3246.
8-7 Rockland lead here in Game 2. Coach John Kirk really with some words there for his team in the huddle here as they get ready to take the court. It's be interesting to see how the teams respond here after the timeout. It is a Granite Bay serve. Coach Homburger wanted the timeout, so certainly we're trying to ice the server here. It's Vincent Senzi to serve here from the far side of the court. Sends it across, no spin on that serve. And that's why he just carried out of bounds as the Rockland back row do a good job of recognizing that the serve was never going to tail down the knuckle serve like that. It's a 9-7 now, the Rockland advantage here in Game 2. And that's going to be sent out of bounds by Janowski. So back-to-back serving errors here by both teams.
Yeah, they're just trading points here. A lot of it just, mainly one serve and then that's it. But the last few positions have just been trading points back and forth here by both teams.
Jump serve by Jake Neptune, set up for Brest. Back to the Granite Bay side. Good block in front by Brest there to keep Granite Bay in the point. Third attempt there by Alec Nackey, dealt with by Rockland. They'll send it over in the free ball. Send cross court and finding the target was Carson Odegaard. Granite Bay point tied up at 9. It's a Granite Bay serve coming up now for Jake Neptune. Jumps and fires. Okunbaya is there. Logray can't find the target. Back to the Rockland side and one off the block. They did well, but he running into the net as Burmaster. Point to Granite Bay. And you can see Burmaster trying to put on the brakes there, but just couldn't stop in time.
Granite Bay now here 3 points in a row.
And they've retaken the lead here 10-9. Sent into the net by Neptune. So 10-10 the score. Across to the Granite Bay side. Austin rises high off the hands of Logray. And he can't deal with the extra mustard on that shot by Matt Austin. It's Granite Bay serve here, 11-10 now. And that's going to be sent long by Carson Odegaard. So serving errors creeping into the second game. And Okunbaya to serve now for Rockland. 11-11 the score. Set up far side. Oh, good block in front there. Cernick and Burmaster combine. Austin right side. Oh, unlucky there for Janowski. He was trying to bump that one. It was an awkward bump that he was attempting there with his arms almost perpendicular to his body. Just couldn't pull it off.
The other thing there, you can see he looked at his teammates and looked down at the line and knew that it would that he wanted to have that one back because it was headed out.
Logray sends it across. Granite Bay, oh, great effort there by Zach Wilson. Picking on Okunbaya there, left side of the court. And there was a powerful spike there. Okunbaya body not really positioned in the correct place to try and deal with that spike. 13-11 now, Granite Bay lead in game 2. Set across. Good passing here, but a spike coming up. Oh, nicely dealt with by Logray. Gets the point. Oh, from the back row, the bump. Almost in a defensive stance, just trying to keep him in the point. Catches Granite Bay off guard. And they cut into this Grizzly lead. Now, what can the Thunder do with Logray serving? Odegaard's back there. Oh, nice point. Zach Wilson. Nice set from Austin there near side. Substitution coming up now for Granite Bay as Jacob Ball will check back into the game. Austin will take a seat, and it will be Jacob Ball to serve from the near side of the court. Ball, jump serve, fires it across. A lot of spin on that serve. Dealt with nicely by Rockland. Across to the open Kyle Laurie. Across court shot goes. And Rockland not exactly going away in the second game.
No, not at all. They're answering each and every of Granite Bay's challenges. They have lost the lead here, but let's see whether or not he can go ahead and retake or at least tie up the game here with this serve.
As you can imagine, Rockland do not want to fall 2 games down in this championship match. As a good block in front by Logray combining with Cernick there. And a second attempt put back across. Now, can they do it on the third attempt? They can. Alec Nacky from the opposite position. Too hot to handle there for Amara Akambaya.
Nacky, an exciting player to watch. His facial expressions, he wants to really kill it each time he has an opportunity. Oh, and there, a great serve on his part.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Coach Kirk had a perfect look at that. And well, Alec Nacky, maybe those facial expressions do pay off, intimidating the referee there. But here he goes again, second consecutive serve. He took a little something off that one as it came off the net. Dealt with nicely though. Logray across for Janowski, setting that up for Logray. And he gets a point for Rockland. And that's a way to bounce back after the point.
It looked to me like Logray was really, really mad at that volleyball, looking to hurt someone on that kill. Great job by Logray.
Short serve dealt with by Rockland. Set across for Odegaard. Good block in front there by Janowski. Second attempt. Logray on the block that time. Here's the set for Dalla. Logray finds the target. And Logray now with back-to-back points for the Thunder is keeping him in the second game.
Yeah, Odegaard could not get away from that Logray kill.
Here's a serve by Cernick. Granite Bay side. Odegaard back corner. Did they say it was long? Well, you almost thought for a moment they were going to give Odegaard the point there. But it was out by a foot. Now to the Granite Bay side. 16-all the score here. Odegaard, too much for Dalla to handle there. And Granite Bay reestablished the lead. Substitutions now. Off comes Oliveira. He's replaced by Brian Barry in the front row. So it's Barry, Odegaard, and Neptune up front now for Granite Bay. Vincent Senzi to serve. Granite Bay deal with that one from Rockland. Now over to Odegaard. Good block in front there by Scott Brest. And that's Seneca. It's going to be a lift. Yeah, it is. Against Alec Nacky. Wasn't happy with that call.
No, you know, Nacky would like to have that one back. We just had a position and trying to make something happen. Just try to make a play, and unfortunately the lift.
Yeah, he didn't have much of a choice there. He had to send that one back across. He had to set it. Now in the meantime, Odegaard sends it across. First time back across by Rockland. Great block in front there. Now over to Odegaard again. Another fine block there from Brest and from Burmester. Great dig out there. Burmester keeps it alive. They'll send it across. What's the call here? It was hit 4 times. Wow, Rockland plead their case. Janowski goes across to speak to the up ref. He wants an explanation here because he doesn't think he hit it twice. They want to know where that 4th hit came from.
The official, I think, is saying that yeah, I don't know where it came from. I thought the official was saying it must have, because it came off of his body.
Wow. Matt Amara's the up ref here. Sent across, so Granite Bay lead 18-17. Oh, good block in front there by Austin. Now set by Logray. Cross for Burmester, another fine block. And look at Brian Barry and Matt Austin combined in the front row to give Granite Bay a 2-point lead. Timeout called by Coach John Kirk. And well, Granite Bay now just 6 points away from game 2. But this has been an all-action encounter here in the CIF Sac-Joaquin section. Division I final, Granite Bay 19-17-8 lead here in game 2.
You can watch highlights or a replay of today's game in our on-demand section. And you can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. Click on Buy DVD and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime. Brought to you by CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv.
A lot of interest in our game from the fans on hand here at Monterey High School, wondering how they can tune in to this game that we're broadcasting for you live on your home for high school sports, CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv, part of the Play On Sports Network. So tell all your friends and family we are your home for high school sports, and we're proud to present such exciting games as these, or the ones you're seeing tonight on our website, CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. A good game between Whitney and Vista Del Lago in the first, and this is shaping up to be a fantastic Division I final here between two longtime rivals, Granite Bay and Rockland. Who will come out on top? You'll just have to find out. And right now it's looking like Granite Bay have the momentum clearly in their favors. Austin and Barry up front here, a little bit too much to handle at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely, Steven. You have said it right. I mean, Granite Bay just riding the momentum train right now.
That's
everything going right for them.
In there, I can't believe it. Wow. Just nicks the line. Well, it's an impressive ace served up there by Jake Neptune. Here's the second jump serve. He was looking for the other side of the court that time. And kept inside. Wow.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in just a minute. And that's sent long by Odegaard. And, well, Logray thought the point was over. He half-heartedly swung at the ball there, thinking there was no way that would go inside the antenna, but it did. He kind of backhanded it over the net.
Well, yeah, he mistimed his kill, the setup there for Logray. Luckily for him, the point was still alive.
That brushes the net, dealt with nicely by Vincent Sanzi across. And that's going to come almost off the ceiling there, but it's still alive. Free ball now for Granite Bay. Set for Austin, dealt with by Rockland. Burmester bumps, back across for Logray, and he sends that into the net. Granite Bay now just 3 points away. And Granite Bay battling here.
And you wonder, you got to think for Logray, he would like to have that one back. Maybe an opportunity for just for the easy bump rather than try to kill it.
No doubt about that. Logray bumps it off, set off by Janowski. Over to the Rockland side, and they deal with that. That came first time off Odegaard, I believe. And Bress was right there to capitalize, trim the gap to just 3. And now Akinbaya to serve for Rockland from the far side of the court. So 22-19, Granite Bay lead, short serve. Dealt with off the hands of Cernik, and that came off Alec Nacky there. 2 points away now at Granite Bay from game 2.
Nacky, an excitable player, very active at the net.
Yeah, he's been all over the place tonight for Granite Bay. Now, here's Oliveira to serve, center of the court. Just 2 points required now by Granite Bay here in game 2. Oh, Cernik lays the smack down, as they say. He got some elevation there, and that came off one of the front row players, believing that was Jake Neptune there. Keeping Rockland in the game, 23-20 now. Free ball, Cernik, dug out, by Odegaard. Now back across to the Rockland side. Dollars denied the net, and stepping up big there, Zach Wilson from the front row. And well, this is really the difference, I think, in the game so far, is this front row play. Wilson, Nacky, Barry, and Austin so far have been just dynamite up front for the Grizzlies.
They have had some tremendous snap play, have not allowed Rockland to get momentum.
And Jacob Ball now, game point number 1 coming up for Rockland. Great serve, dealt with well by Akinbaya, and putting it down for the game point is Jake Neptune. Granite Bay have a 2-game lead here in this championship match. And well, it's going to be a tall order now for the Thunder to come back from 2 games down, as Granite Bay take game 2, 25-20. An exciting game 2. And you can hear the Granite Bay fans. They said it was a soccer-like atmosphere when they defeated Nevada Union. You can hear the student section chanting "Ole" here. But they sense that they will take their 3rd championship in 4 years if they can take this final game, the Division I final, here on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv.
Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call at 619-677-3246.
Well, John Kirk, not got a smile on his face, I say, at the moment, but he has to feel a little aggrieved by some of the calls that went in favor of the Grizzlies, I'd have to say, in that first game. Of course, the officials always have a better view of it than we do up here in the booth, but it's clear to say at this point, a crushing defeat in that game for the Thunder now, and they really do have to dig deep in this 3rd game.
They do, you know, and one of the things I was noticing was that I started seeing some long faces here on the part of the, not only just the Rockland crowd, but some of the Rockland team. And you know, looking over at the bench over there, you see some long faces with some missed opportunities, perhaps. But you know, you got to put that out of your mind. You still have a full game to go, and if you're Rockland, you got to look at each game now as a you know, it's a 1-game series now, and so you know, just, you know, go on a run. You got to win 1 game at a time, go on a roll, and you never know what can happen. There's still a lot of volleyball to be played.
It certainly is, and we saw in the first game that we carried tonight, Vista Del Lago and Whitney, how Whitney battled all the way through that 3rd game. They refused to give up, and really they were a couple breaks away from taking that game and extending it. And you figure that's the mindset that Rockland have to have right now, is that it's a 1-game season at this point.
Right.
And you know, you're right. You really do have to put the first 2 games out of your mind here. Of course, Granite Bay are a tough opponent, and to be honest, they haven't really found a solution for the way that Austin and Barry are playing up front for Granite Bay tonight.
No, they have. They've been playing great up front. Also want to give Naki credit as well, just for being able to, you know, being so active and being so vocal out there. And so you're going to want to, if you're, you know, Rockland, find a way to dig it out. You played a tough grueling series or a tough grueling match last year against Jesuit. There was a lot of returning players from that championship team, so just get back into it and remember where you were a year ago.
It's a good point. I mean, they were up 2 games. Jesuit, the Marauders really battled back in that game. Rockland just had enough at the end of the day to turn the Marauders away. What do Rockland have left in the tank? We will just have to wait and see as the Thunder get ready here to start this game 3. Granite Bay will serve, and the serving duties will rest on the shoulders of number 21, the captain, Jake Neptune. So he's going to serve from the far side of the court. Granite Bay up 2-0 here in this championship match. Just 25 points away from the title, and there's a great serve to start off the game as Neptune's serve is too hot for Logray to handle. 1-0 here, Granite Bay lead. And you figure if Neptune's going to serve like that, this could be over quickly. Here's Neptune, jump serve, and he sends it into the net. And as the commentator's jinx, I did it in game 1,
doing it
and
again
I've done it yet again. My words taste really nice with some sauce and guacamole, I can tell you that. So Rockland have the serve. As we get back underway here. Oh, here's Barry as he slams that one home. And Barry can also play great defense up front, but he can also finish with authority. Does so there. 2-1 the lead now for Granite Bay. And here's Odegaard to serve. Short serve. Okonbaya deals with it. Good block up front this time. That comes off the foot of Barry. And that's really, I mean, we haven't seen a lot of errors up front tonight from Austin and from Barry that time. They got a little bit mixed up there and eventually came off the foot of Barry. It's a good play up front there by Rockland. They have the serve. Be set by Neptune. Off the hands of JT Janowski there. Nice effort by Naki that time. A lot of extra mustard on the kill, and just too much to deal with.
And this is how each game has gone here, Stephen. Each game has been very tightly contested, just trading points back and forth early on until Granite Bay could capitalize there at the end.
Now, what can Rockland do off the serve by Odegaard? Back over to the Rockland side of the court. Sent long, dealt with by Odegaard. Set up here for Wilson. Can't find target. Back over to the Rockland side. That's going to come off the hands of Matt Austin. That's Jesse Smith in the game. Oh, I made a mistake there. Excuse me. That was Logray finding the target. But Rockland tie this game up at 3. Akinbaya to serve. Over to the Granite Bay side. Sent far side for Austin off the hands of Kyle Loria. And that's a point for Matt Austin. So Granite Bay here relying on the offensive prowess of their front row at the moment, as both Barry and Austin have scored points for the Grizzlies here. That's off the net. Off the serve there by Jacob Ball. And that's going to go wide. Actually, it's going to be a point to Rockland, excuse me, as Kyle Loria finds the target.
Yeah, it came off the hands of one of the frontline players there for Granite Bay.
4-4 the score now. Burmester to serve, just clips the top of the net, and Odegaard can't deal with it. That's a great serve there by Trevor Burmester, and that's something they'll want to continue here. Powerful serve, hit just over the net as it clips the tape.
Yeah, Rockland's got a lead now, and what they need to do is just build on this lead.
Oh, and just as we say that, Burmester sends it into the net. It's always a tricky proposition when you go for those low line drive serves like that. Trying to find the right combination of angle and power. Burmester did not have it that time. 5-5 now. Granite Bay serving over the Rockland side. There's Rockland raising up, but they find the target. And they find an open spot on the court there, as the Granite Bay back row couldn't get there in time. So Rockland now, 6-5 the lead. They'll serve. Kyle Loria, a 6'2" outside hitter for the Thunder. Long serve too far, and that's out of bounds. Couple feet out.
Yeah, Rockland's just not doing a good job of capitalizing on some of this momentum they get, and they're just giving it back to Granite Bay and exchanging points. And what ends up happening is in those last couple of games, Granite Bay has been able to capitalize at the end.
They have indeed, but it goes back to serving errors like that. We've seen that from Burmester and from Kyle Loria. Now Rockland, great effort. Nicely set up there for Mac Logray on the outside. They go cross-court winner. Too hot to handle there as Logray rising high and smashing that one home. So Zach Dollar now, the CIF Spirit of Sport Award winner in spring 2012, will serve. Short serve. Dealt with by Granite Bay and finding the, what a dig out there. Tremendous stuff from Kyle. I can't believe that. Kyle Loria with the dig of the day to keep Rockland in the point. There's a fine one by Zach Dollar, but that goes out of bounds. Wow. Kyle Loria, I thought that point was over there, Joey.
Yeah, I thought it was over there too here, Steven. Eventually did wind up going Granite Bay, point to Granite Bay, but give Loria credit to not giving up on the play.
Tremendous stuff, and now sending into the net is Jake Neptune. And he wants that one back. Neptune, one of 3 MVPs in the Sierra Foothill League, the other one being Ron Saghazi of Nevada Union. Now, back to the action here. 8-7 Rockland lead. There's Austin rising high. Now, I think he was judged to have touched the net there as he rose up for that one. And Rockland, for the first time, have a 2-point lead in this game 3. Here's Janowski to serve. Good bump there. Set. Over far side. Austin off the hands of a front row player there for Rockland. They'll have a chance to send this one over. Good block by Austin up front. Combining with Barry there. Send across far side. Logray off the antenna. And that's going to be a point to Granite Bay. And we saw that earlier. Logray on that far side of the court trying to get a tough angle there. And that just bounces off the antenna to give Granite Bay the point and trim the lead to just 1. Set by Janowski across, and they can't deal with it. It wasn't the greatest set from JT Janowski there as he was trying to set up Scott Brest in the middle of the court. And as you said, Joey, just when Rockland appeared to have some advantage in the game, they've given the points away. 9-9 now. A tremendous dig out there by Akon Bayer. Across to the Rockland side. Logray turned around, and Alec Nackey finds the target.
And I saw this in game one here too, Stephen, as Rockland was able to get out to a 1-point lead. And then there was a 4-point swing where Granite Bay just went on a string of 4 points. And just like that, took off on a run and was able to close out the game.
Over in 3 and finishing the points. Alec Nackey in the student section. Go on their feet as Nackey goes ham after the kill.
And here we go again. Here's 4 straight points here for Granite Bay. And we'll see whether or not they turn back. I mean, they might see, you get the feeling with the crowd is excited. They can smell it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's a 4-point swing now as Granite Bay are up 11-9, but Alec Nackey. And look at the block. Oh, my goodness me. Brian Barry. They just have not been able to stop it all night long. As look at the Granite Bay players here. They are certainly fired up. And well, you can tell by looking at the two teams which team is in front. To the neutral observer, it is clear that Granite Bay, as they go into the huddle here, literally the huddle with arms around shoulders here, they are just 13 points away now from their 3rd Division I boys volleyball title.
Folks, want to let you know to stay tuned for the CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv post-game show, where we will select our player of the game, as well as wrap up all the action from this volleyball game. That's coming up following the game on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv. And one thing I wanted to point out here, Stephen, is like you can tell the crowd senses it because they grow louder and louder with each and every point here from Granite Bay. Rockland Thunder fans still creating their thunder and trying to keep their team in it.
Back to the action, 12-9 the lead here. Rockland scrambling, setting up for Logray. That will go out of bounds. That was Brian Barry there trying to send it over in 1, but ball caroms off his hands, out of play. And a much-needed point now for Rockland. Definitely not out of this game by any stretch. They're only down by 2. But the momentum clearly in the favor of Granite Bay as they lead this championship match 2-0. Now, to the Granite Bay side, and there's all kinds of space there for Matt Austin. The Optimist all-star player really finding the perfect spot between the lines, really right on the 10-foot line for the point. And a 3-point Granite Bay lead now as they lead 13-10. Granite Bay a clear height advantage with Austin 6'5", Barry 6'2", up front, being the dominant force tonight for Granite Bay. Great dig off the ground there by Odegaard. Back to the Rockland side, setting up cross court, kept in by Nackey. Sent back across, great dig out by Akon Bayer. Now to the far side, they'll have to bump it over. There's a free ball coming up here for Granite Bay. Over to Austin, too hot to handle there for Janowski. And listen to these fans. Going mental here. Granite Bay, 4-point lead.
Well, as I said, it sounds like they're just growing louder and louder with each and every Granite Bay point. They can smell the finish line here.
It's just as well both of our ears are covered by the headsets. We probably have hearing damage as loud as this fan section have been. They're about to get even louder now as Austin dumps it over with precision and delicacy here to give Granite Bay a 5-point lead. Another timeout called by Coach Kirk, and he is fired up as he calls the team over to the side now. He's saying, pull yourselves together, guys. We can't go out like this.
Yeah, obviously,
three-game sweep.
It's not a strategy timeout. It's just get the heads collected and just try to make sure that this team is not going to hang their heads. Try to get back in this one because right now it just seems like mental mistakes are what's getting to them.
Chance of scoreboard coming up from the Granite Bay side, and well, Rockland are 10 points away from the season being over now. Granite Bay have a 5-point lead, and with another point here, I believe it would be the biggest lead margin of the day so far. So here's Jared Oliveira to serve. It's in there for the ace. Wow. Finds the back corner of the court. And well, when things are going your way, Joey, they certainly are. Jared Oliveira there.
Yeah, you could say the same when things are, going the other way. When things aren't, they just aren't.
When it rains, it thunders, you might say. But Rockland now really have to dig deep. As an encouraging start to the point here by Rockland. Free ball coming up. Great dig off the ground there by Log Ray. Set back across, and that's nicely done. Scott Press, delicate touch. Finds the target. Coach Kirk likes that one, and got to give him credit for keeping the team fired up here.
Keeping them together, keeping them composed, and keeping their minds in it. And that goes to show right there that Rockland is not ready to go away just yet.
Okunbaya sends it across. Free ball here for Rockland. Set up for Burmester, nicely done. And this is encouraging now from Rockland, back-to-back points. Okunbaya will serve for the third time now in a row.
Rockland showing right now, I mean, that if you're going to win, if you're going to beat Rockland, if you're going to win the championship, you're going to have to beat Rockland. Rockland is just not going to give it up.
And there's Burmester with a fine block off the spike attempt by Alec Nackey. Now they're going to say that is a point in favor of Granite Bay.
Oh, spoke too soon.
Yeah.
I thought that was Rockland's point.
Burmester may have gone into the net there as he tried to finish that point. And that could be deflating there for the Thunder, and that is an exclamation point by Jake Neptune. A 6-point lead now for Granite Bay, just 7 points away from the title. And yeah, just when the momentum seemed to be going momentarily in the favor of the Thunder, now it is clearly back on the serve of Jacob Ball. To the Rockland side, set up far side, great attempt and finish by Kyle Loria. He's not done yet. Thunder to within 5. Coach Homburg out for a quick word. It'll be Trevor Burmester to serve now from the near side of the court for Rockland. 18-13 the score. Here's the serve from Burmester. Vincent Senzi has it. Back across. Oh, no doubt about it, Alec Nackey. A ferocious kill as he rises high and puts that one away. And he will not only score the point for Granite Bay, but he has a chance to serve now as the Grizzlies look for the 20th point of this third game. And he sends that one wide, trying to paint the outside line there of the court, but just a little bit wide. Serving error there for Granite Bay, and now Kyle Loria will try and trim the margin here. That's a Thunder trail by 5. Here's Loria's serve, short serve. Send it, taking a little something off that was Carson Odegaard, wow. He appeared to, he almost looked like he was going to give that full power, but a little, almost like a change-up if you like, just taking a little something off it, and the ball just drops in on the far side of the court for the point. There appears to be some, there's a little chat between the down ref here and the scores table. The score is currently 20-14 in favor of Granite Bay. Over to the Rockland side. Rising high, Logray rejected, and getting the point is Brian Barry. And well, Granite Bay can see the finishing line in sight now, and they are certainly picking up the speed. They want to end this game right here, just 4 points away now. Vincent Senzi to serve. Over to the Rockland side. Dug out there. Back to the Rock. Oh, what a tremendous Vincent Zini. Wow. And that's unfortunate that Odegaard sends it long, because somehow Vincent Zini was able to dig that one out. How he did that, I don't know.
Unbelievable dig there by Vincent Zini.
We've seen a couple now in this game tonight. Now Rockland, and well, there you go. Just when they get back on serve, they send it long. Granite Bay 3 points away now. And it's Jake Neptune to serve from the far side of the court. 22-15 the lead here for Granite Bay in game 3. Set by Janowski. And they'll send out free balls. They keep it alive somehow. Here's Austin. Oh, great dig out. Kept alive by Logray. Outside of the court, though. Despite the best efforts there of Rockland, who were all over the place there trying to keep that point alive. Logray's shot goes wide. And now Neptune, 2 points away from the title. Neptune, jump serve, sent into the net. So, hope still for Rockland. It's Janowski to serve now from the near side of the court. 23-16, it's a 7-point deficit now for Rockland. High serve by Janowski, over to the side of the court, but Granite Bay are a point away now as Matt Austin, the senior captain, slams it home. And now Carson Odegaard on championship point, the first one of the evening. Here he goes, plenty of championship points in the bag. It's going to be long. Odegaard trying to find the ace there. What a finish that would have been. But now Logray to serve. Student section on their feet for the Grizzlies. Jump serve, Logray, short, no spin on it. Vincent Zini deals over to the Rockland side. Set. Naki paints the line. And Granite Bay, for the third time in 4 years, have won the CIF Sac-Joaquin Section Division 1 championship game as the student section mobbed the court. Alec Naki with the kill, paints the line. And Granite Bay are the 2011-2012 CIF Sac-Joaquin Division 1 champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in the stands.
Rockland battled mightily there, but just didn't have enough at the end of the day. For Naki, Brian Barry, and Matt Austin, who were the difference today. A fantastic victory for Granite Bay in the final, 28-26, 25-20, 25-17. What an effort by Granite Bay, and a well-deserved championship.
Oh yeah, you said it. Give credit here to Rockland for staying in there, keeping the first couple of games close. But you can tell once Granite Bay got some momentum, they really rode it all the way to victory in a 3-game sweep.
They did indeed, an impressive style. Granite Bay, the 2011-2012 CIF Sac-Joaquin section title winners. We will take a quick break. Joey and I will decide on our player of the game. I kind of have a feeling I know who that is already, but you'll just have to stick around for the post-game and our interview here on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv, part of the Play On Sports Network, your home for high school sports.
And Steve Lovelace, manager of Les Schwab. And now let's recognize tonight's runner-up team, Rockland High School. Will each member of the team please come forward as your name is called to receive your CIF Sac-Joaquin section runner-up team patch. Number 1, Austin Van Alstyne. Number 2, Ryan Cernick. Number 3, Taylor Hedblack. Number 4, Nico Duvaka. Number 5, Amara Oltgunmayar. Number 6, Nick Gala. Number 7, Matt Benedilis. Number 8, Scott Brest.
Is it Alec? Is
Number 13, J.T. Janowski. Number 14, Jesse Smith. Number 16, Kyle Loria. And number 17, Zach Dalla. Receiving the team trophy is Rockland head coach John Kirk. Now, recognizing this year's CIF Sac-Joaquin section boys volleyball champions, Granite Bay High School. Would each member of the team please come forward as your name is called to receive your CIF Sac-Joaquin section championship team patch. Number 1, Brandon Freitas. Number 2, Dalton France. Number 3, Carson Odegaard. Number 5, Travis Vincencini. Number 7, Akash Upade. Number 8, Alec Naki. Number 10, Jordan Long. Number 11, Vaughn Peterson. Number 14, Zach Wilson. Number 15, John Hayes. Number 18, Dennis Matthews. Number 19, Jacob Ball. Number 20, Jared Oliveira. Number 21, Jake Neptune. Number 35, Greg Smith. Number 40, Brian Berry. Number 66, Matt Austin. Number 77, Austin Down. And to accept the championship trophy for Granite Bay High School head coach Bruce Hodberger. The Sac-Joaquin section would like to thank head coach boys volleyball Kingsley Clotty and head coach girls volleyball Scott Ellison and Monterey for providing this fine facility for our contest tonight. Congratulations to both teams for an outstanding season. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your attendance this evening in support of the CIF Sac-Joaquin section and these dedicated high school student athletes. Please drive home safely. And the snack bar is still open with some hot food over there on your way out. Thanks for coming out.
Alec, congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, come around and have a seat. Did you play 2 years ago?
I played last year.
So you didn't play either the title team? No. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm just going to freestyle it.
Sounds good.
Like I always do. So just answer some questions about the
Is
game.
on?
Yeah. On real quick. Hey, Alec, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
And it's Naki, right? The last name?
Naki.
Naki. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've been calling you Naki all
That's
game
fine.
long. That's
fine.
my accent.
It's all good.
So, all right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a go. Okay, back live with you on CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv here with probably the most fired up player I think I've seen on the court all day long, Alec Naki. How you doing, Alec?
I'm doing good.
Congratulations.
I'm doing good.
Hey, not a bad way to end your high school career with a championship.
Yeah, it was spectacular. I can't even talk.
Yeah, I can imagine. Interesting road through the playoffs for you guys this year, of course, because you lost to Oak Ridge last year.
Yeah.
A game that you were a part of, I assume.
Yeah.
How does it feel, first of all, in that first round to take care of the team that you lost to last year?
Well, I mean, we prepared from over the summer to through this season. Just we took that game as just a slap in the face because, I mean, we were #1 going into the playoffs. I believe #2 behind Rockland, actually. And we definitely should have beat them. We just came out and just took them lightly, and they beat us. So we were revenge. We wanted revenge for the whole year, and we got it.
Yeah, Granite Bay defeating Oak Ridge 3-0 in that first game, and then a little bit of a tight squeeze in against Nevada Union back on Tuesday night. But how did that game and that victory, a tight victory over Nevada Union, set you up for this game here tonight?
In my opinion, I thought it was it was the worst but best possible way we could have handled that game.
Sure.
We came out, won 2 in a row, fired up, and got lackadaisical and let them back into the game. But that 5th game, we came back, played hard, and beat them pretty badly, and just it fired us up for this game. It just prepared us well. We knew not to take this team lightly. They beat us in the league, only team to beat us in the league, and we were just ready.
Sure, and one thing that Joey Gonzalez and I were talking about during the game is even from the moment when you guys walked in the gym here tonight, it seemed like you guys had all the momentum. It seemed like you were fired up. You were the team that wanted it more, and it seemed like that during the game. How did it feel to come out here tonight and really take it to a good Rockland Thunder team?
We just prepared all week. Monday and Wednesday, we had great practices. We were fired up. We just knew we wanted it. We were destined to get it.
And how about the play of Austin and Barry up front there? They were just complete monsters tonight.
Barry was just putting up blocks. I think he had 6 blocks in that last game. He was destroying.
Yeah.
The whole team was. The whole team played great. Our defense was kind of shaky in the first game. Picked it up. My defense was shaky. We played a little timid in the first game. We came back and just kicked butt.
Yeah, this seemed, after the second game in particular, there really was no doubt who the victor was going to be tonight. You are a senior, unfortunately. This is your final game out here on the court for you tonight. What are your plans in the future?
I hope to attend the University of Hawaii, possibly walk on for volleyball.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, it's not so bad if you don't walk on for volleyball. You're still going to the University of Hawaii. What will you be studying there?
Probably business.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm excited.
Alec Naki is a very well-deserved CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv player of the game. Was Granite Bay get back to where they should be, champions of the CIF Sac-Joaquin section here in 2011-2012. All the best to you and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you,
welcome. Yeah, no problem. So, take care of yourself, man. All the best of luck. Yeah, no doubt.
Thank you.
Sure. You too, man. Thanks. Just going to bring Joey Gonzalez back on to wrap this one up here from Monterey Trail High School here in Elk Grove. Unfortunately, has to tend to the sweaty headset here real quick. But what a game, or what a couple games we've had here tonight. Unfortunately, they didn't quite go the distance like we always would anticipate that they would. But no doubt who the winners were here tonight: Vista Del Lago and Granite Bay.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Both championship teams really deserved all their accolades and deserved to win. But you can see Rockland and Whitney both deserve to be here, despite the 3-0 sweeps for both teams. Stephen, you can tell that, especially in this sport in volleyball, both games were very tightly contested. 28-26. Looking at this one, 28-26. Granite Bay in game 1, 25-20. Granite Bay in game 2, and 25-17. So slowly, Granite Bay really started putting it to Rockland. But in the end, I mean, it was very highly competitive. But Granite Bay really just able to capitalize on Rockland mistakes.
One of the things I always do when I don't write my questions down is think about the things I should have asked. And there are two things I think perhaps you could answer for me instead. The one thing is in particular is there's a lot of respect between the two teams, clapping each other in the post game there. And And the thing I should have asked Mr. Naki was he'll be seeing these guys tomorrow night. I don't know if he's actually on the – I don't have it right here in front of me. He isn't one of the all-star players playing tomorrow night, but these are sets of guys that will be playing on the same team tomorrow night.
Well, yeah, I mean, and as we were saying, earlier before, the community up there in the foothills in the Rockland, Roseville community, where both Rockland, Roseville, Granite Bay, where these schools are from, everybody knows each other. You know each other very well, and the communities are so tight and so close knit that yeah, I mean, you grow up as friends, and maybe someone goes to another school and on the other side of town. So, yeah, I mean, they're very familiar with each other, and then also playing, on the club level and those situations. You can tell both teams have a lot of mutual respect for each other.
Sure.
and know each other very well.
We'll wrap up our volleyball coverage here in the Sac-Joaquin section, and really for the great state of Northern California with this. You may not be aware, but the CIF has decided beginning next year that there will be an open division for volleyball for the 2012-2013 season, where we'll actually see something close to what they have in basketball, which would be a regional championship. So we'll see the teams that we've seen this year, the victorious teams, Galileo, the two teams from the South Bay desert me right now, St. Francis and I can't remember the other one, but then, of course, the teams up here at Granite Bay and Vista del Lago compete in a regional tournament. And that will really be something for the fans out there. And your thoughts on an open tournament?
No, I think it's really good whenever you're able to open up the competition to allow more schools and better competitive teams. I think it just benefits high school sports in general. You heard that, and I know a lot of changes are coming in CIF, throughout the entire CIF program next year. So I'm very excited to be able to broadcast what's coming up next year.
Sacred Heart Cathedral is the other team I couldn't think of. It took me a minute there, but it has been a fantastic month of volleyball coverage on your home for high school sports. CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv, part of the Play On Sports Network. We'll still have plenty of high school coverage for you as we wrap up the baseball and softball, and I should say lacrosse coverage all over the great northern state of California. But for Tim King, who's been providing our live video footage for us tonight, and Joey Gonzalez, my name's Steve Davies. Thanks for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you soon on your home for high school sports. CIF Sac-Joaquin.tv, part of the Play On Sports Network. Good night for now.